Deep in the heart of Maryland, hidden away from the prying eyes of locals, lay Devil's Island swamps. The swamps were thick with mist, tall grass, and dark, murky waters. Tales of a mysterious creature living in these swamps circulated among the townsfolk, growing more elaborate with each telling. Some called it a monster, others said it was a guardian of the land. Whatever it was, no one dared to venture into the swamps, except for curious teenagers seeking thrills. One summer day, four friends Jake, Sarah, Leo, and Mia decided to explore the swamps. They were tired of the usual summer activities and craved adventure. Jake was the leader of the group, always encouraging his friends to take risks. Sarah was the cautious one, often hesitant, but willing to go along with Jake's plans. Leo was the jokester, always lightening the mood, while Mia loved the thrill of new experiences. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an orange glow over the swamps, the friends gathered at the edge of the water. The air was thick with humidity, and a heavy fog rolled in, making visibility low. "Let's go." Jake pushed forward, excited and determined. Sarah hesitated. What if the stories are true? What if there really is a creature? "The creature is just a myth." Leo laughed. "I bet it's just a big frog or something." Mia smiled nervously. "I guess we'll find out." With their flashlights in hand, they stepped carefully into the swamp. The ground squelched beneath their feet, and thick vines hung from ancient trees. Sounds of croaking frogs and buzzing insects filled the air. It felt like entering another world, one that was alive but strangely quiet. As they walked deeper into the swamp, shadows danced around them. Jake led the way, but the path quickly grew confusing. Tall grass loomed like towering walls, blocking their view. "We need to stick together," Sarah said, anxiety creeping into her voice. She glanced around, feeling eyes upon them. Just then, Leo tripped over a root and fell into the muddy water. "Leo!" Sarah screamed as they rushed to help him. Covered in muck, he chuckled, "At least I don't look like a ghost anymore." It lightened the mood, but the laughter was short-lived. The eerie atmosphere and whispers of the swamp closed in on them. Suddenly, Mia froze. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. The others fell silent. A rustling sound echoed behind them, followed by a low growl that sent chills down their spines. The friends exchanged worried glances. "It's just an animal," Jake tried to reassure them, but his voice trembled. They slowly turned to see a massive figure lurking among the trees. Its skin was dark and slick, blending with the shadows. Long, spindly limbs stretched out, and glowing yellow eyes pierced through the darkness. "What is that?" Sarah gasped, fear gripping her heart. "I don't know, but we should run," Leo yelled. They sprinted back the way they came, hearts pounding, the sound of crashing branches and heavy breathing chasing them. The creature seemed to glide effortlessly behind them, always close but never fully seen. "Over there," Mia shouted, pointing to a narrow path that led towards the water's edge. They quickly darted toward it, praying they could escape. The murky water lay before them, shimmering under the moonlight like a sheet of glass. "Should we jump in?" Leo asked, looking back. The creature was closer now, and its growls echoed in the stillness of the swamp. "We have to," Jake shouted, and without another word, they leapt into the water, the coldness shocking them awake. Under the surface, they swam frantically, bubbles rising around them. They could hear the creature's claws scraping against the ground, its frustration rising. Just as they thought they were safe underwater, Sarah felt something brush against her leg. She gasped and kicked harder, desperate to reach the surface. Breaking free from the water's grip, they gasped for air. The creature was nowhere in sight, but they knew it was close. We need to find a way back, Mia said, her voice shaking. They clambered onto a muddy bank and huddled together, trying to catch their breath. Suddenly, Jake's flashlight flickered and died. Great, he muttered, panic creeping in. Before they could react, the creature emerged from the darkness, its form clearer now. It stood tall and menacing, scales glimmering like shattered glass in the moonlight. We can't let it catch us, Leo whispered. They began to back away slowly, inching towards the trees. We can make it if we find the trail, Sarah encouraged, though fear clung to her voice. As they turned to run again, the creature lunged. Jake shouted for everyone to scatter. They darted in different directions, using the dense fog and undergrowth to conceal themselves. Sarah stumbled and fell, but instead of despair, she found herself hidden among the roots of an old tree. Heart pounding, she watched as the creature sniffed the air, searching. Mia's brave voice called out from another direction, over here. This way. Quickly, the friends regrouped, each silently relieved to still be together. They sprinted as fast as they could, following Mia's call, thankful for the fleeting sense of direction. As they reached the edge of the swamp, the creature let out a roar that echoed through the night, then vanished back into the shadows, leaving them breathless and shaken. They stumbled out of the swamp and into the safety of the road leading back to town. Once they reached the safety of their homes, disbelief washed over them like rain. They promised to never speak of that night again, but deep down, they knew the swamp held secrets, and the creature was still out there, lurking, waiting for the next set of curious explorers.